A new Louisiana bill would prevent sexually explicit content from being accessed on university Wi-Fi. Obama's Secretary of Homeland Security canceled a commencement speech at Vassar College due to student pushback. And another university has been caught with free speech warning signs on campus. We have all of the details on those stories and more. I'm Abby Streetman, and this is Campus Countdown. In our number 3 story of the week, a proposed bill will prevent sexually explicit content from being accessed under university Wi-Fi. A newly proposed bill in Louisiana will prevent students, staff, and faculty from accessing pornography while connected to public university Wi-Fi. Senate Bill 131, sponsored by Republican lawmaker Beth Mizell, would require universities to step in and block certain websites and content from being used. According to the bill, types of content that will be restricted include sexually explicit, pornographic, or sexually harassing. It will also require universities to take online measures to block sexually explicit content from being viewed under university Wi-Fi connections. If students and staff members wish to access pornography on their personal devices, they will be required to utilize off-campus routers. LSU student Madeline Costa stated that pornography is an evil that can lead to many harmful effects. However, she also said that the bill is, quote, breaching privacy. She admitted that the bill will make more sense if geared towards faculty and said that it is not the university's duty to police what students living on campus do in private. We've seen multiple colleges threaten to withhold Wi-Fi from students for not obeying COVID restrictions. So giving these institutions even more power over students seems like it may lead to other consequences. In our number 2 story of the week, Obama's DHS secretary cancels graduation speech after students criticize administration's, quote, inhumane detention facilities along Mexico's border. Here with all the details on that story is Campus Reform Correspondent Eric Suarez.
Thank you, Abby. Jen Johnson, who served as the Secretary of Homeland Security from 2013 to 2017 during the Obama administration, was invited by Vassar College to deliver the commencement speech for the class of 2022. However, Johnson drew criticism from students due to his involvement with the administration's immigration policy. In a now-deleted article published by the Miscellany News, Vassar's campus paper, students expressed their opposition to Johnson. One Vassar senior was quoted in the article saying, "Johnson's record in the public and private sectors and his material impact on the world and on marginalized groups ought to disqualify him from coming to speak to the graduating class," likely in reference to the Obama administration's construction of residential centers to temporarily house illegal immigrants as they were processed. The article was later deleted by the editors because the majority of students quoted in it were white. Vassar College is 57% white, not counting white international students. In a later statement, the Miscellany News editorial board stated that the majority of our quotations came from white students, which they claim reduced the positions of students of colors to a singular tokenized perspective. Johnson formally withdrew from the commencement on February 14th, and the college replaced him with the Colombian-born actor and known leftist John Leguizamo. Leguizamo is the same actor who said that Latin people for Republicans are like roaches for raid. Back to you, Abby. Thank you.
In our number 1 story of the week, a free speech warning sign was found displayed on an Indiana campus. A free speech warning sign was photographed on display reportedly on Indiana University, Purdue University, Indianapolis campus. The sign reads, quote, "Attention, free speech being exercised ahead. Topics could be upsetting to some," end quote. The sign also informs students of options to combat free speech, which include engage in civil manner and decline respectfully. The Foundation for Individual Rights in Education has issued this university a yellow light, which means that it has at least one ambiguous policy that too easily encourages administrative abuse and arbitrary application. Along with this rating, the Indiana legislature has also recently banned free speech zones on college campuses. Campus Reform recently reported a similar sign on Colorado State University's campus. In case you don't remember, this sign read, "If you or someone you know are affected by a free speech event on campus, here are some resources." As Campus Reform has also reported, the Knight Foundation's recent poll revealed that only 47% of students feel that their free speech rights are secure, while 65% of students believe that their campus stifles free expression. But for conservative students, this is nothing new. And now for everyone's favorite segment, the woke tweet of the week. Students protested Michael Knowles' speech at Washburn University, which he gave on March 31st, a day that activists recognize as International Transgender Day of Visibility. Jetter, a world changer, according to her profile on Twitter, announced Knowles' speech to the wider student body in a tweet. In her announcement, Jetter stated that she, along with a large sum of the student body, have organized a protest of Knowles' speech on, quote, ending transgenderism madness. The event was organized by university students to show, quote, transphobia has no place on Washburn's campus, end quote. Claudia Furry, the chairman of the Washburn College Republicans, told Campus Reform that her organization did not anticipate this response from the students, and that her group asked the protesters to remain peaceful. The protest organizers communicated using a GroupMe chat, with one student stating, "It's kind of pathetic to see a grown A man acting so immaturely," and another claiming that Knowles' job is to make as big of a deal as he can about as small of things. Kind of ironic. In a statement to Campus Reform, the director of public relations at Washburn University characterized the organizers' protests as a, quote, gathering in support of trans students and of the International Day of Transgender Visibility. Well, that's all we have for you this week. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and leave a like down below. You can follow along with all of the campus craziness at Campus Reform on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I'm Abigail Streetman. Thanks for watching the Campus Countdown.